In a beautiful city of Kogi State, there lived a woman named Mama Bernard. Mama Bernard restaurant is one of the best, the famous restaurants in the city. Every day, people came from miles away to enjoy her delicious delicacy. Streaming bowls of jollof rice, roasted goat, and fresh plantain anyone had ever tasted. Her food was so good that people swore she must have been blessed by the ancestors themselves. But there was one strange rule in Mama Bernard restaurant that no one could understand. No one was allowed to drink water. The rule was not just suggested, it was strict, written boldly on a wounded sign hanging by the door. It read, "Do not drink water in this restaurant." At first, the villagers were confused. Why wounded why wounded be water in the restaurant, especially in this heat time? Some people whispered that Mama Bernard was hiding something. Others thought it was her trick of staying unique. But no one dared to break her rule until one fateful day. One sunny afternoon, a young woman named Cindy arrived at the restaurant. She was new. She was new in the community and had heard about Mama Bernard legend cooking. Cindy was bold, courageous, curious, and not one to follow rules blindly. As soon as she sat down, she noticed the sign, "No water." "That is ridiculous," she thought. The waitress brought her a plate of spicy egusi soup and pounded yam. It smelled heavily, but the spices burnt her tongue almost immediately. Cindy rushed to grab a glass of water on the table. Before she could take a sip from the water, a loud voice boomed from behind her. "Stop! Don't you dare!" The entire restaurant fell silent. Mama Bernard herself stormed out of the kitchen, her face furious. She stood over beside Cindy, cutting a wounded spoon like a weapon. "Don't you read the sign? No water in my restaurant." Mama Bernard barked like a dog. Cindy was stunned. Cindy was not happy immediately. But why? What harm could a little water do? She asked. Mama Bernard shouted at her. After the shouting, Mama Bernard looked straight into Cindy's eye. "Do you want to know the truth? Fine, but do not say I did not warn you." Mama Bernard sat down at Cindy's table and began her story. "Years ago, when I was a little girl, people of Kogi were suffering from terrible drought. The land was dry, the river has vanished, and people were desperately in need of water. My grandmother, a powerful herbalist, told the village elders about a hidden well deep in the forest. It was said to be magical, blessed by the spirit of ancestors. But there was a warning. Whosoever drank from the well would never be able to drink ordinary water again. Insist. Instead, they would carve something darker." Cindy's eyes were wide open. "What do you mean by darker?" Mama Bernard agitated, then continued. "My family and I were among the first to drink from the well. It saved us, but soon strange things started happening. We noticed that water tasted The water tastes bitter, almost like poison. Instead, we began to crave for the essence of the earth. Soup, juice, anything but water. Over time, this cause passed down through generations. That is why I can never serve water in this restaurant. Anyone who drink it here risks awakening the curse. The restaurant was silent as people listened. Cindy did not know whether to believe the story, but to believe the story. But Mama Bena's eyes was undeniable. Cindy was curious. What if I did not believe in these curses? She asked. Mama Bernard leaned in close. Believe it does not matter. The curse is real. But if you foolishly drink the water or tasted it, go ahead, drink. The challenge hung in the air. Cindy, stubborn as ever, picked up the glass. The restaurant held it bright as she drank a long sip of water. At first, nothing happened. Cindy smiled. But I told you. See, I'm fine, she said. But then her stomach began to crush, burn her like a burning fire. And the room seemed to be spinning, and suddenly she felt a strange, unpayable tears. The glass of water in her front now looked unpeeled. Instead, she craved the steaming bowl of soup in her front of her like never before. She grabbed her spoon and started drinking it angrily, ignoring the looks of those that were staring or looking at her. Mama Bena shook her head. I warned you, she said softly. From that day on, Cindy became a regular at Madame Bernard restaurant, unable to resist the pour of her cooking. She never touched water again, and over time, she even began to understand the magic and responsibility that came with the cost. Mama Bernard took her under her wings, teaching her the secret of her recipe and the power of the ancestors. Together, they turned the restaurant into an even greater success, attracting visitors from across the land. But the rule remains: no one drinks water in this restaurant. And for those who dare to ask why, Mama Bernard and Sadie had a story to tell. Thank you so much. What do you think of this story? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fantastic tales like this one. Thank you so much. Bye. See you in my next video or on my next video. Bye.